A day of drama that words are too infirm to capture. A chronicle of glory and tragedy, bravery beyond the call of duty, determination that conquers fear and physical exhaustion. 24 hours of mass and individual heroism that simply beggars description.
Wow, what a beautiful description that is of what happened on Normandy, on the beaches there. German troops could not stop the American soldiers from storming Omaha Beach on D-Day during World War II, but the partial government shutdown is now fending off tourists there. The American cemetery and the memorial in Normandy, France, has been closed now since Tuesday, disappointing many people who have traveled great distances to go there to pay their respects. Greg Palcott is live from Normandy, France now. So, Greg, unbelievable that this could be happening. What's the mood there?
Martha, I would say disappointed is an understatement. We are thousands of miles from Washington, but even this important location hit by that shutdown of government, the American Cemetery and Memorial here in Normandy, you can see the sign, closed to the public. This gate is locked up tight. What you can't see is beyond this gate. More than 9,300 graves of U.S. troops mostly died in D-Day, June 1944. The land here was deeded over by France to the U.S. The staffers, about 50 here, are paid for by Washington, and that is why we're seeing at least a partial closing here and other locations like this across Europe, which is why also we're hearing a lot of people very upset. They have planned for months, for years for this visit. They can't change those plans, and that is why they're very passionate, very upset about not being able to get inside. Here is what a few had to say to me. Some of them, by the way, veterans of other wars. Take a listen. Should the spirit that was shown here many years ago maybe be shown a little bit more in D.C.?
These guys all died for the freedoms we've got, and now we can't even get in to pay our respects to them. I mean, where is that now? Where is that? Where's that ethic?
They've lost touch with what the basics were and what these people gave and what sacrifice really is, you know.
We come all the way to visit this place of honor, and you can't even get in.
I do hope the politicians back in Washington pull themselves together and get the problem solved quickly.
Martha, I got to say that the blame was spread around by these people, but the passion absolutely straightforward, as you heard.
Boy, I really hope everybody in Washington is watching this, because it just looks ridiculous on the face of it. It is an open area. So how are the visitors working around the shutdown to try to see what they can see there, Greg?
Well, again, Martha, you can't see the graves, but you can go just about, half a mile from where we are and see the broad expanse of beach, which was a killing field in June 1944 for so many of those brave young U.S. and other nationality men. We went actually to the beach and talked to some veterans who were there, and believe it or not, Martha, they were planning their own modern-day invasion. They wanted to go across the beach, up the bluffs. They wanted to get into the cemetery and pay their respects. American visitors can't believe it, and locals can't believe it, Martha. We were talking to one Frenchman whose descendants, of course, benefited from the bravery and the courage of the Americans, and he said, cemeteries do not close. By the way, there is at least one cemetery in this area, Martha, that is open, a cemetery for the German soldiers who died around D-Day. We talked to one tour group, and they said they were substituting a stop here for that cemetery.
Wow.
Back to you.
Well, as Reagan said, these are the boys that scaled the cliffs, the boys of Pointe du Hoc, so maybe they're going to do it once again to get into that cemetery at Normandy. What an amazing story. Greg, thank you very much.
What do you think about this, America? Hit us up on Twitter throughout the show here. We're taking your tweets at Martha McCallum and at Bill Hemmer with regard to whether it's Normandy. Yesterday we were taking your queries about what's happening at the memorial in Washington, D.C. Now it extends over to Europe. And the response you gave us yesterday was phenomenal. So keep them coming.
Imagine if you've taken the trip over there, as I encourage everybody to do. We took our kids there, and it's just an amazing place to see. It's a must-do in your lifetime if you possibly can. So these people put it together to do that, and now they can't get in, which is just really, it's a travesty.
Fire away. Let us know what you're thinking about. Also,